Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Torch by VSU's The Spectator. I am Chris Mercer. Joining us for this very special edition of the podcast, I am joined to my right by our managing editor, Ms. Bailey Wilson. Bailey, welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Today we are joined by a representative of SBA. So first, sir, if you can, introduce yourself and what is your position?
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. I'm Ryck Morales with the Office of Disaster Assistance. We are the federal agency, the SBA. So we are here because of Helene.
Okay, as well. So you guys have been down here since September?
Yeah, more than 6 months.
Okay, absolutely. Since you've been down here since Helene, what keeps you guys still down here, especially after 6 months in, some of the work that you guys do around the Valdosta area?
Well, Valdosta area is like Savannah, one of the worst areas with damages for Helene. So that's one of the reasons of why we're still here. You all have been very welcoming. I was yesterday at the city council. They gave me the opportunity to present the updates. The Chamber of Commerce, even the newspaper. I went on Monday and they did publish the information. Of course, thank you so much for this interview. So we are here because we want to provide the updates. Always the universities. We do media, the traditional media too, but radio and podcasts from the universities are very important to us too. Why? Because on colleges, you all have representation from all the counties in the entire state. You all have families, friends, networking with damages from Helene. That's why we came here today to provide information.
Absolutely. Bailey, do you have something?
I do remember after Helene, when y'all first came down here, I do remember speaking to someone with FEMA, and they said at first that it was going to be a more temporary setup at first. The way I understand it, FEMA has moved to a permanent setup in Valdosta. Do you mind elaborating on that a little more?
Yeah, we always work together with FEMA. Right now, we have multiple recovery centers, and FEMA is with us too. So that's very important to know. I'm going to mention the centers that right now we have 3 centers, 3 recovery centers. The one that is here in the university, that's the one that is going to stay for a long period of time. The other one, FEMA is there. I have to mention that FEMA is there so that people can go there to ask questions, for reconciliations, to appeal with both federal agencies for status of the applications. For so many reasons, that's why one of the other reasons of why I'm here, because always it's better to go to these places, recovery centers, instead of just calling or applying online. Always is better to do it that way. Right now, we have the second center is in the Jordan Baptist Church. So we were closing. Imagine every day the information is changing. So this is new. We were closing today, but once again, the people is still applying, and they are very happy that we are here. So we are gonna close that on May 9th, the 9th. So we are gonna extend the time for the people on that church so they can go there to see and speak with FEMA and SBA. And that's one of the good news. The other place, the third one, that one is closing on Saturday. That's the one on the Library of McMullen, Southside Library. That's closing at 5:30 on April the 26th. So the ones that are going to stay for a long period or more is the Jordan Baptist Church, and the one here in the university, the Bragg, that is from Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's very important to know.
So for SBA, I know that you guys specialize in businesses that were affected along with homeowners. We had a lot of students that particularly live off campus or live in the Valdosta area that was really affected. So what type of work do you guys do for them, and what type of services do you guys provide?
Specifically, we are not only for businesses, but also for homeowners, renters, and nonprofits. From the standpoint of the students, we all know that the students are more renters. They are more like renters. So the programs that we have for renters is for property damages. Let's say for furniture, clothing, vehicle. So that's up to 100,000. But the other program that we have is for physical economic damages. That's for the infrastructure. Let's say windows, floors, doors. That's up to 500,000 for homeowners, and economic damages up to 2 million. That's for businesses and nonprofits. So once again, from the standpoint of a student, it's more as a renter. But we have for homeowners, businesses, and nonprofits. Even though that we are loans, we always are an alternative. We are not grants like FEMA, our partnership with FEMA, that is a great one. They are grants. We are loans. We always work together. We are an alternative to them. Let's say when a FEMA approved funds, but they are not enough, we are always an alternative. So that's why we are still here, because we are always an option to them.
And with that, how closely, if at all, are you working with specifically Valdosta State University? And if you are working with Valdosta State University, what are you doing to work with them?
Yeah, one of the things that, like I mentioned, that we established the Business Recovery Center with FEMA and the resources, and that's why I came here to continue that relationship with this university, because the university has been a good stakeholder with us, sharing the information and providing like that is like a theater that is very good place for our resources. And yeah, we are gonna continue having that relationship with the university, sharing the information. It's more a relationship of exchanging information, because they are a good stakeholder for us to share all that with the communities, because the universities are composed of communities from all the counties from the state.
Absolutely. So from what we also understand is that you have different deadlines and things that can affect the community in terms of things that can help that is needed. So what are some of the things that people can the application process, and how does that work, and also what are the things that people can apply for different rebates?
Another of the reasons of why we're still here is because we are going to stay 60 days more, because our numbers are really amazing. We have approved more than 170 millions in all these declarations, more than 70 millions in Valdosta. So the people have been taking advantage of this. That's why I'm here today, because we are going to extend our staying. So right now, the deadline that is approaching is for the physical damages. Homeowners, renter, nonprofit, and businesses, the deadline was on April the 27th, but because we are going to stay more, the people, even though if they are applying late, they don't have to justify why they are applying late, and they can still apply. So basically, it's like an extension. So on top of the deadline of April the 27th, they have 2 more months to apply for physical damages. That's very important to know. People have been taking advantage. People have been even stopping me, like, because I have the jacket and I always identify. They see that I'm from the SBA, and they come to me to ask questions. Hey, you all are still here until when you are gonna stay? Tell me the times and hours of the centers, what's happening, what you are doing. So another of the reasons of why I'm here today. And once again, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Since you guys got down here, especially for Helene, how much have you been able to repair? How much have you been able to give back to the community?
Oh, yeah. Believe me, we all have seen the difference, because everyone have been rebuilding. Obviously, thanks to the funds from FEMA, thanks from our resources from the SBA. Obviously, we had to recognize the local government and the county government, because they have been providing a lot of resources and sharing our information, giving us the opportunity to provide all of these, and they have their resources too. And yes, I have seen the differences, and the people are still recovering, but you can see that all the communities are improving, and that's why we are still here, because we want to work the long-term recovery. Basically, this, like you mentioned, we have been here more than 6 months, so we call this like a long-term recovery.
Absolutely. If they wanted to, for people at home, wanted to get a chance to in contact, and what numbers do we send out that as a good point of contact for those that are still in need?
We have the 800-659-2955, 800-659-2955. That's the customer service center number, so the people can call there for any questions. They can even give the updates of the centers, times, locations, and everything. They can ask for the status of the applications. So that's a good number. Another option, another alternative is like the website. We have multiple links, like if we can say it like that, sba.gov/disaster, sba.gov/disaster. The people can find a lot of information there. And to apply, it's like lending.sba.gov. That's where they can apply. So the number on those websites are good resources to contact us.
Absolutely. All right. Did you have anything?
Good.
Absolutely. Ms. Rose, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you having us on. Thank you very much. We'll make sure to leave everything mentioned in this episode down in the description below if you are still in need. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.